time to get started. Week off work, need to get this done. 53 lights in total, plus the wigwags, the beacons and the puck lights. We need to get this started. Well, we're off to a good start because the first few video clips didn't record because I was on photo mode instead of video mode. So I'm going to put a few clips in that I did record and I'll show you what's happened. The power tower wiring is done. I will be getting some patch cables going from the back, putting the power switch in here, putting the upload cable in here like an OBD port, so I don't have to take the truck apart. Now I've wired this in. I have used all black wires, so you cannot see any of the wires in the back there. What I have done is I've brought them out the back. What you're going to say is, how do you know which is positive and negative? Well, I've kind of set up that the positive is longer, so when it goes into the cab I'll know, and it's going into the cab via the thing, that. So all the wires are going to come up through the tower and go through there, even the rear lights and the side marker lights. So it's progressing. It is slow, but I'll turn them on so you can see what they're like. I'll just put that back in there so they all work. And that's pretty much how they're going to be. And they're a lot brighter on in person than they actually show up on camera. But yeah, that's how that's going. I'll show you what I've done with the front grille. On here we have the DMW wigwag flasher. Now I know that you can have wigwags coming through the Bayer system. Didn't know how far I was going to go. I've got 3 spare outputs, but it's too late now. I already had this anyway. It's from Aztec Models, and they're using 4 of the SMD and then these 2 on here, and they're coming out from there. So if I switch that off, these are all going to be resisted down to 6 volt from the Bayer system. Tell you what, this negative crocodile clip is an absolute pain. I'm going to have to try and get that to work. So those lights, those spotlights, they're pretty good, and they look a lot brighter in person than they do on the camera. So that's that. And what next? I have done all of the indicators and side repeaters, and I have tested these. These are all going to be 3 volt, so I'll turn that down to 3. Now these LEDs are white LEDs, but I've actually coated them in orange, clear orange, which is just Tamiya X26 clear. Where are they? Where are they? And I'll show you what they are before I get anything else in. These little things, very bright, single and they come on very thin wire. That's how big it is. Just to give you an idea, I'll give you an M3 nut. And that is that small. Pretty small. So let's get that on there, and that gives us eight orange front indicators and 2 side repeaters. Now what I have done is I've whipped out these original LEDs because they were crap, so I've put them all in. So that's that. As you can see, there's a bit of wiring to get in there, so I'm going to put these in here, in this top one. Now I've had to widen it out a little bit, but I'm going to fill this with resin. So I'm going to have 2 either side and 2 here, so it's all the way across. So I'm going to crack on with doing the indicators next and see where we go. And followed by the roof lights. I might do them first actually. And then put in the LEDs for the sun visor, which I have rectangular. Can you see them? Rectangular SMD. That's but they did have a point on them. I've cut them off. So let me crack on with this. You don't want to see me because it's going to take me a long time to get these done. So let's get these top lights done. That is the roof lights done. Let me just pause the music, I don't want that to come through. Right, let's see how good these are. I think I've shown people how the beacons work. I think. Right, power on. Ramping that up to 6 volt. They look pretty bright. They are bright, very bright. I will have to dab the back with some black paint because there is a lot of light bleed coming out of that. I don't know if that's going to come through on the plastic. I'm enjoying a bit of natural daylight today because I can, and it's raining, but that's not what we're here for. This is my week off, and I'm using that time. Let's just see if that light bleeds through. Yeah, I can just see some there, so I'll insulate the back so I don't get that light bleed. You can see the light coming through my thumb. But yeah, that is the roof. Oh, let me just wind that back down to 3. Always put my power supply back to 3 volts just in case. I'll stick a 3 volt LED across it and it's not already on 6. So that is the roof done. So lots of cable management again, and so that is the roof, the grille, the heavy rack done. The headlights are going to be a little bit more involving, so I will do the sun visor next. And what I'm doing with these is these LEDs are 3 volt. So what I'm doing is I'm wiring them in series. So obviously 3 volts spread across 2 is 6 volt. Same with these. So when the wiring is done, I don't have to worry because all of the headlights, the main beam and everything is going to be 6 volt, including these. So it just makes sense to wire them in series. So let me get rid of those, and let's get busy fitting the LEDs in the sun visor, and hopefully that will come through pretty good, because I did put these lenses in myself using some clear lenses from the container trailer. So where are my white LEDs? Here they are. So I've got 6 of them and I only need 5, so 2 can go in series, 2 can go in series. What I might do is I might put the 2 outer ones I might put the 3 middle ones in like that. I don't know, I'll have a look. I'll wire them up and I'll show you the result. Right, here we are. Got the visor on, and I'll tip that forward, and that is a really neat job inside there. You can see through almost. All the wires are going on this side of the truck because this is the side with the access hole, so I want to keep all the wiring on one side. So they're wired, they're wired, they're wired, not tried them, they're wired, tested them, tested the beacons because they were brilliant, and let's turn on the power to see if my sun visor has worked. Hey, I Oh me of little faith. Don't know about the brightness. That's exactly 5 volt. No, don't like that. 5.5. Come on, focus. 5.5 volt. They look alright. Let me just connect these spotlights up and see how that works out. Obviously this is all going to be tidied up. Right. Negative, positive. They are my lights under the windscreen. Where's my other one? That's my... I can't label anything because Tony's got my label machine. Ah, there it is. So let me just twist all these together. Right, that's low lights, high lights and visor. Let's see if that is all working. Yes. Yeah, very happy with that. Very happy. So 6 volts for the two, 6 volts for the two of them, and 6 volts for those. Currently running at 5.46. See that coming. Right. Beacons, beacon bar, lights, spots, visor and spots, and wigwags. That is all wired up. Now for the bumper and the headlights, because that's what's going to be next. Right, get rid of that, get rid of that, and that can sit on there for now, so it is safe. And now we need to get these done. So that's going to have 4 LEDs in there, 1, 1 and 1. So they're going to be 6 volt, 6 volt. Right, let's crack on with the bumper. Right, just a little update. Shut the window and bring the camera over here, because what I've done is, it's not completely finished yet, but basically I've put those little lights, those little LEDs in here. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a little pixelated, but it's okay. I mixed up a little bit of resin so I could fill that slot with orange to try and create a diffuser. So obviously right now what it's doing, it is curing, but as you can see it's sinking into the hole, which is fine, that's to be expected. So what I'm doing is just, you know, add in a little bit before it fully cures, just with a cocktail stick. and that hopefully will drop in there and turn out okay. So it's a bit pixelated. I'll show you what it is. I'll turn the power supply on, 3 volts. So yeah, it's a bit pixelated, but I think that's going to turn out, it looks better on camera than it does in person. So I wasn't going to go to the trouble of but once that's I don't know if I can let me pull the positive out, and basically it's gonna yeah, so it was an experiment that I think is turning out okay. So I'm going to go for lunch now and pop in and see my elderly neighbour, see how she is, and hopefully that will have cured by the time I've had lunch. I don't know how long that stays in the pot. That's about 5 minutes. Let me have a look at the data sheet. Ooh. So that is pot life 10 minutes at 22 degrees, which it is 22 degrees in here. Cure time 16 to 14 hours. Full mechanical strength in 7 days. First washing is recommended, blah blah blah, 24. 14 days full chemical resistance. So that's got a cure, and then I shall get the headlights and the fog lights in. So yeah, it's looking good up to now. Really happy with that. You never know, I might just go over it again with some TS26. I think I'm just adding more weight to it, so it's just sinking quicker. So what I'm going to do is go and get some lunch, and come back to it later. Well, that seems to be working pretty well. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It's a lot better than what was provided. So let me yeah, that's nearly set. That was just some 2-part epoxy resin with some orange pigment in it, and that is about it. I'm going to let those cure for a good 24 hours, and hopefully that will have worked out, and then I'll bond in the bulbs for the main beam, etc. And yeah, and tidy that up as and when. That's still sinking a little bit just there. So by the time I've got ready to go out, I shall just come back, just drop a little bit more in that, and yeah, hopefully I'll get the back lights done before I start messing about with those, and the side lights. So I'm going to leave that video here, and yeah, so on the next video I will get the backlights done, and I've already started to map out what does what on the thing. I've planned it all out. I've got 3 spare light outputs, so it's going to give me options should I change my mind, and that's how I've set the radio up. So I shall see you all on the next one. Give it a thumbs up, give it a like, help my channel, and I'll see you later.